Hello everyone, welcome to another video on the channel here. First of all, thanks for checking out. I really appreciate it, and thank you for all of you who have been supporting the channel so far. Today, as you can see from the title, I'm going to do a little Q&A video. My plan is going to be to do these every Sunday if I can, if I have enough questions. And it'll just be a quick little, maybe 5 to 10 minute video on some questions I've gotten the past week, and then maybe a little update with the store, and that'll be about it, and that'll be kind of a weekly update. I'm not going to do a vlog or anything. Not super into that. But hopefully this will replace something like that. So let's get into it. Dissension 5 asks, how many pieces do I need to start getting good movement in my store? The answer to that is kind of hard to answer due to the fact that it's not entirely based on piece count. It's based on lots and your pricing as well. So what I would say though is probably, I don't know, let's 125 to 150,000 pieces is a good mix. But obviously, if you only have 20 lots and you only have 20 different pieces in your store, that's not going to work. But if you have 125,000 pieces and you have 100,000 lots, then you don't even have enough pieces to give anyone the quantity they want. So it's a mix between both of those. So like when I see drawers like this, that are full, this is good. Obviously, if I only had this one cabinet of drawers that were full, it wouldn't be good because I don't have enough variety of pieces for people. But when I see drawers like this one, this is kind of sad because I only have 3 of these. So, I need to get some more of those so people can buy them. And not to say they won't sell, but, having 3 of one piece is not the best unless it's maybe a minifig. So yeah, sorry, I can't answer that question exactly, but I'd say 125 to 150,000 is where you're going to start getting relatively good movement. Right now, we are getting an order per day on average, so it's not bad. Just depends how you look at it, and if you're looking to do this as a business or a hobby. Then, like I said, obviously the pricing of your pieces is extremely important. If your pieces are overpriced, people aren't going to come buy from you necessarily, and if they're way underpriced, you're going to get great movement, but you're not going to be able to restock your store or pay yourself back for your initial investment. A real quick question from Ralph's Bricks and Minifigs. He asks, are they all new parts? The answer to that is yes, kind of, pretty much. The only pieces we have that are used are over here, and it's that yellow base plate, and there's one more little green one underneath it. Those are the only used pieces. And then, technically, if I get one of these out, if I open a blind bag, let's say I open it with scissors and I accidentally cut like a tiny corner of the cape off, technically, it's a new part or a new piece, but I list it as used, and in the comment section, I write that the cape was cut, or if some sort of damage to a piece, like these like window pieces. If one of these is really scratched when I take it out of a set, I will list it as used, separate, just so I'm not giving someone a new piece that's scratched, because I know I wouldn't want to receive it like that. We have a question from Nicholas Chatneau. He asked, and he said, wondering, do you have a lot of orders? I noticed you put your prices pretty high at the average 6-month sales price. I usually price mine between 30% and under the last 6-month sales average. So my answer to that is, if everyone was pricing it under this last 6-month sales average, then let's say we were all putting it 30% less. Then in 6 months, in theory, that 6-month sales average is going to go down 30%. And this will keep happening pretty much exponentially until we hit a point where people are like, okay, I can't sell this minifig for 10 cents or something, So I put them at the 6-month sales average because that is the average of what has sold in the past 6 months. So people have bought it at a higher price and people have bought it at a lower price. Another thing is we're trying to do this kind of more as a business. So if people... a lot of people do it as a hobby, and it funds their Lego collecting hobby, which I respect, and that's part of what this is as well. I don't want to lie. I'm not going to say this is all business. This is a lot of fun. Lego is fantastic, and it's super fun, but we do need to make sure we're making our money back, and we have to factor in the time that we are parting out sets, uploading pieces, pulling orders, going to the post office, all that kind of stuff, packing materials. It all needs to get factored in. So this last 6-month sales average, I find, is the best price to put it at. Now, that does not mean that I won't alter the prices, or if we see that they haven't, sold in the past year, that we won't lower the prices. So yes, the default is the 6 months average, but that doesn't mean that's the only thing that we will leave it at. He asked one more question. Do you know what the concatenate new remarks and old remarks does? The answer to that is yes. If you are, let's say we have these 1x2 tan bricks and they're already in B8. And when we're uploading a new set and we part it all out on the table here, we upload it, and in the remarks field, we're going to put it in another drawer. We're going to put it in here. We're going to put it in 596 as well. If in that remarks field, you type in D596 for drawer 596, and you had that concatenate new remarks with old remarks checked before you click the next button to go to the menu, then it will not only add this to it, the 596, but it'll also have B8 in that field. So it'll actually save both remarks. So concatenated, I think it's just a fancy word for keep both remarks or add new remarks with the old remarks. And then we got a few questions here from Minnesota Brick Slayer. He has a YouTube channel. I would go check him out. He's got some good stuff. I'll put a link to one of the videos in the description of this field where it helped me out a lot, and I think I'm gonna make a video on what he did. It's called Brick Packer, where you can combine a Brick Owl store and a BrickLink store, but I'm gonna do that pretty soon. But in relation to my Walmart haul video where we got these sets down here, these sets up here, it's hard to point on camera, a few of those sets there, and then a few other sets that we already parted out. He asked, I had no clue about Walmart's sale, which I guess really isn't a question, but yeah, online they have some sales. You know, you just gotta figure out the part out value and if it's really worth it. They always have a random rollback and stuff. Again, the downside with Walmart is you can only order 2 online at a time. But part of it feels better for me because I'm not going in the store and I'm collecting every single set on the shelf. You know, I'm not buying them out totally. I feel kind of bad to buy everyone out totally because, you know, for the kids who do want Lego or the parents who are trying to shop for their kids or something, or just for themselves, I want to make sure there's a chance that everyone can get it. You know, my goal isn't to pull all the Lego off the shelves and not have any for anyone else. I want to share, but obviously you can make good money doing BrickLink if you have a big enough store and have enough sales. So yeah, you can go on and check out Walmart sales online, and I almost prefer that than going in the store. Obviously some of the store deals are so much better, but and I'll do those. You know, I'm not going to say no to those, but yeah, so that was his kind of thing on the Walmart sale. And then he also asked or mentioned that I didn't have any dividers in my drawers. Let me see if I could find one that does have divider. Here's one that has a divider. So I actually do have dividers in my drawers. Problem is each of these only comes with 8 on the back for the small drawers. So, you know, when you total up, what do I have? 2, 4, 6, 7 times, how many is that? 5, 35 minus 2, 33 times 8. Whatever that ends up being, that's how many dividers I have, so pretty much this whole first half has dividers in it, if it fits, obviously. At the moment, the second half has none. So we have ordered some online, but it's nice to have these dividers in here because you can separate the 2 bricks and stuff, obviously. But it's slightly inconvenient when you're picking an order. If someone bought all of these, you just want to dump them in a bag. Now you got to kind of cover it up with your hand and do this weird thing. And then it's kind of a pain when, let's say we got 200 of these. Now we know it's in this drawer, but what we have to do is go back into our inventory and switch what drawer it's in. So I have a love-hate relationship with the dividers. But we do have some more coming because it does obviously give, you know, we can't quite double the room on the wall, but I'd say we could add probably 30% more lots on the wall. Not necessarily total pieces, but probably 30% more lots. Maybe not even that much. Maybe 20%, but still 20% is better instead of wasting all that space. He also asked or kind of mentioned about my packing materials video. I could probably stick to just these what are these called, priority mail, the flat rate mailers, as opposed to buying the boxes from Uline there. Potentially I could. The only thing I'm concerned about there would be the fact that potentially I'd have to charge more shipping or more money for shipping to the buyer, which I don't want to do. So at the moment, this doesn't cost me much. And obviously if I buy more, the shipping cost of the next day shipping that they have, which is convenient but a little pricey, it makes more sense if I purchase more at once instead of just 2 little packages. But for now, I'm going to stick with the Uline products. In the future, I may have to switch over those. We'll see. But Thanks for the suggestion. I'm debating about it. So I don't have an answer on that yet, and I appreciate it. Your question in that comment though was, does this label or what's the quality of the label printer, and does it work with the Chromebook? The answer is the quality is actually, here's the thing, you're not gonna want to print a picture out on it, I guess, but it's perfect for a barcode scanner. It's clean, you can see everything. There's no pixelization, if that's what you're really questioning, I guess, but I'm a relatively techie guy, and I got it to work with my Mac, but I don't believe it would work with a Chromebook, is the answer, unless you're able to go into the config file and kind of play with all that stuff and make it work. I'm gonna have to say no, but I could be wrong, and you can technically set it up just as a printer. The problem is then it doesn't know where the labels end. So with the Mac, it does know where the labels end because it knows it's a 4x6 sheet. If it goes through, it stops and I can tear it off instead of having to do its own thing. With a Chromebook, you might be able to get it and then just tear off the sheet ahead of time and put it through and then print it, and it'll stop because it ran out of paper. But if you set the printing size to 4x6 on the Chromebook, that might work. I'm not entirely sure though. Sorry, can't be more help there. Stephen Bond asked just a few minutes ago, actually about 10 minutes before I started this video, do you have a color chart for sorting pieces in your store? My answer to that is no, I do not have a color chart for sorting pieces. Primarily because when we part out sets, obviously, if we parted out this Powerpuff Girls set, the inventory on BrickLink already knows exactly what's in the set. It knows what color the pieces are, how many of the pieces there are, and all that stuff. So usually we don't need a color chart. Now, a Pick-a-Brick cup, you potentially could need a color chart. So the way we do this now, if we don't know what color it is, like let's say I don't know what this color, I'm actually not sure what this color is. Although it does look very different on camera. It's kind of a dark, almost like a burnt orange. But it might, yeah, I'm not sure what that is. We'll have to look what that is, but I have this color in my store already. So what I'll have to do is go find what that color is and then compare it, make sure it's the same color. And then in my store, I can go find that other piece and figure out what color it is. That's the only piece in here. I'm not sure what color it is. So we'll have to figure that one out, but don't have a color chart at the moment. But I've thought about making like I don't know if a 32x32 base plate is big enough, but a base plate and getting like 2x2 tiles or maybe 1x2 tiles and lining them up, and then like a 1x8 white tile and putting a label on that tile for each color. That'd be pretty cool. It would help with the Pick-a-Brick cup, or if we potentially start doing used lots and sorting that way, but I'm not sure if that's really efficient. But maybe, we'll see. But at the moment I don't have a color chart, but I've thought about it. The problem is you can't really print out a color chart because the ink color is going to be different than the actual Lego color. But I've thought about that as well. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Here's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to do one of these question and answer videos every Sunday. And from the last week's videos, I'll try to answer the questions in the comments. I will also answer them in the comments. I'm not just going to do a video and you have to watch the video, but for those people who are curious about some of the answers or don't want to go read through all the comments and find the answers, or for people who might have the same question, I'm going to try to do this and we'll see how it turns out. May not be able to do it every Sunday, but we'll try. My new posting schedule, though, what I've decided, I tried it out last week, I think it's going to work well, is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, when you wake up, there should be a video on my channel. Yeah, so for those of you who have, done everything to be here and be part of the community and comment and stuff, I really do appreciate it. At the moment of filming this, I have 86 subscribers, which is crazy. All of a sudden there's people who are seriously interested. Yeah, so thanks again. If you're curious or interested in buying from BrickLink, go ahead and check out my BrickLink store. If you have comments or suggestions, go ahead and leave them down below. And yeah, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. And we'll see you tomorrow for a video on using this counting scale here and parting out a Pick-a-Brick cup, and we'll see if it's really worth it or not. Thanks for watching. Bye.